Pictures from Gamma just dropped, and you won't believe what they revealed.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yes, Infinite Forbidden. Oh, the Battles of Legends. Oh, Legacy, that's sick. Ooh, Rarity Collection. And Speed... Whoa, wait a second. Arcana Force 21, The World? In Speed Duels? I don't know about that one, guys. Alright, so after thinking about it for a little bit, I'm actually super excited for this. Now, I understand, like, people are probably worried because it's like, in Speed Duels, if you skip your opponent's turn, the game's basically over. Like, 4,000 life points is not hard to knock out in one turn, let alone 2 turns, so if you give yourself an extra turn to do so, it's probably going to be the end of the game. But I guess it only comes down to it being busted how often we can abuse the card, and the problem is Dandelion is in this pack as well. So there's just 2 tokens you can send for its effect right there. It's kind of scary actually when you think about it like that. But nevertheless, you're still going to have to summon this card. I don't know if there's too many ways to get it out from your hand for free. we don't know the entire set spoiler of this box yet, but thinking about it, I've got a couple ways to look at this, right? First off, everyone's been talking about this might be the end of Speed Duels. It's the last box. This box, as it is, only has an NA release, does not have an EU release. So this could be the end, and if it is the end, I want to quickly say, I made a video earlier in the week that I never uploaded about my thoughts on Speed Duels as a whole, and I might still upload it or make a new video regarding it. But if this is the last hurrah, yeah, let's just throw caution to the wind, right? Let's just throw in some crazy ideas like the world. First off, this card needed a reprint, never had a reprint. It had its Ultra and its Ulti from Light of Destruction, I believe, and that was it. Never had a reprint since then. Second of all, I mean, Arcana Force has never been a good deck, so to see it actually thrive in something like Speed Duels would be really, really cool. And obviously with skills, we could definitely make that deck relevant. Again, I have no idea what we're going to get. Can you imagine if we get a skill that just literally Light Barrier but better, where you could just choose the effect of the Arcana Force you're using every turn? I mean, then the deck's actually pretty crazy. I don't know if we'll get that, but I'd be for it. With that thought, if you flip the image upside down, you actually get to see another Arcana monster that has been revealed, and that is Arcana Force EX, the Light Ruler. Not the Dark Ruler. There are 2 different ones here. The Light Ruler, I believe that was the one in the anime. The Dark Ruler is a bit more bullshit, and I don't think we'll be getting that one. The Light Ruler, on the other hand, is 4K, is summoned by sending 3 monsters you control to the grave to be special summoned. That's the only way you can summon it. And then when it's summoned, you toss a coin. The heads effect is when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the grave. You can target a card in your grave, add that target to your hand, so that's kind of nuts. Tails is during either player's turn when a spell, trap, or monster effect that targets this card is activated. This card loses exactly 1,000 attack and negates the activation and destroys it. So both effects are pretty relevant, regardless as to whether you get heads or tails. If we were to get the Dark Ruler, which I don't think we will, this one has the same summoning condition, but its head's effect is it can attack twice, but if it does, it goes to defense at the end of the battle phase. Granted, its defense and attack are still also 4,000 each, so it really doesn't matter. The downside to that is that its battle position can't be changed until the end of your next turn, so it has like a Goblin attack force restriction. The Tails effect is if this is destroyed, destroy all cards on the field, which is insane. Would we get both? No, I doubt it. I really think the Light Ruler is the fairer of the 2, and because it's on the mat here, clearly depicts that we're going to get the Light Ruler, not the Dark Ruler. But there's always room to throw in new stuff later on down the line. But with both of these quote-unquote Arcana boss monsters revealed, I think Sartorius has a really good place going forward, assuming we can get them out easy. Now, like I said, Dandelion's also in the box, so that also could work for sending monsters you control to the grave to summon the Light Ruler. But we'll have to see what other options present themselves as the box gets revealed within the next week or so. Another thing that has been confirmed here, and we knew we were getting the fossil cards due to the product description, but confirmed now is Fossil Dragon Skullgios. This is the 35-0 monster that it takes a rock and a level 7 or higher monster in your opponent's grave. Must be special summoned with Fossil Fusion. Before damage, calculate this card battles an opponent's monster. You can switch the current attack and defense of that opponent's monster until the end of the damage step. And then this card does Piercing. And then if this fusion card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So it could do double Piercing by that logic, which can also just end games really quickly. This guy's obviously a beat stick. We're throwing caution to the wind again. Let's just give fossils one of their biggest things to contend with, because it takes Fossil Fusion to make. Obviously, Fossil Fusion will be in this pack as well. And then another Fossil card I could definitely see getting a reprint here, because it just needs the reprint in general, is Fossil Dynapachycephalo. This card's recently been going up because of the anti-stun decks we've seen, both at YCS Vegas and a couple tournaments earlier in the year. So Fossil Dyna has been a big impact card in those as well, but you could also see this in here just because it's a Fossil card. It was in the anime, Jim did summon it, and also this card would just be pretty cool to have in the game, where if it's flipped face up, it destroys all special summon monsters on the field, and while it's face up, neither player can special summon monsters. And then finally, they revealed Armed Dragon level 10 white, which I was not expecting in this pack, which also means White Veil, the equip spell, will also be in this set. Armed Dragon level 10 white says it can't be normal summoned or set, must be social summoned by its own effect. You can banish Armed Dragon monsters from your field and or grave whose totals level equal 10, special summon this card from your hand, so more Chaz support with this. Then you can add a White Veil from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Armed Dragon level 10 white once per turn. You take no effect damage, so screw burn. And then at the start of the damage step, if this card attacks, you can destroy one card on the field. White Veil, on the other hand, says, while the equipped monster battles, your opponent cannot activate any spell traps until the end of the damage step. When an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, face of spell traps your opponent controls have their effects negated. Until the end of the damage step, even if this card leaves the field, when the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. So, crazy card. Finally have like a Harpy's Feather Duster type effect in this specifically. And then when this face-up card in a player's spell or trap zone leaves the field, that player takes 3,000 damage. So, huge downside to this card. Hopefully you're winning the game and your opponent isn't blowing it up. That is a big downside, especially in speed duels, but that does confirm both this card and the other Armed Dragon level 10 white, because that is in the set. So, with these early reveals, what are your guys' thoughts? Please leave your comments down below. Let me know if you think this is the end of speed duels, and if so, is this box going to be able to cut it? Most of these cards were confirmed to be new this time around, not like the last midterm box where like most of the box was reprints. This is going to be mostly new stuff. So, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
For more amazing Speed Duel content, subscribe to Yugi Bros. It's time to duel!